Alright viewers, welcome back to the D-Session World Tutorial in the
Tracking,
JF-17. Today we are
tracking,
covering seeds in the JF-17. Now you'll
tracking,
notice that we are in fact
tracking,
getting locked on, we will
tracking,
about to be launched on. That is because we're
tracking,
pretty much in range of
tracking,
these
tracking,
SO6s, but not quite. They think they can hit us because they think we're flying straight. But no, we're just kind of
tracking,
hovering in the air in active
tracking,
pause.
tracking,
So we are safe just here. The missiles will be exploding about a mile
tracking,
ahead of us.
tracking,
Yep, there you go, missile
tracking,
launch. They'll just they won't hit us, don't they? We'll be fine.
tracking,
So let's go into
tracking,
air-to-ground mode and get our
tracking,
LD-10 set up. So the first mode we'll cover is the
tracking,
active mode.
tracking,
What this will do
tracking,
is the missile will fly towards our
tracking,
SPJ and it will
tracking,
hit the radar
tracking,
closest that it finds. This is the only mode that will
tracking,
actually loft,
tracking,
so it will give you, this
tracking,
mode gives you the best range compared to the other two modes which don't loft.
tracking, tracking,
This is
tracking,
most equivalent to pre-planned in the Hornet and the Viper, I guess. We
tracking,
only use it in the Viper, but
tracking,
mostly the Hornet.
tracking,
The only difference is you don't have to set a code. This just
tracking,
knows what radar to
tracking,
hunt for. You don't need to
tracking,
tell it. So let's set to waypoint 3, since that is the
tracking,
furthest away. We'll
tracking,
get the most range out of it.
tracking,
There's no sort of range indicator for
tracking,
these, which is a bit
tracking,
weird. I'm
tracking,
not really sure why that is, especially for pre-planned. You should get a range indicator, but you don't.
tracking,
Yeah, you see that there, the missile's hitting right
tracking,
there. Boom. Fine, that's fine work. With
tracking,
the
tracking, tracking,
LD-10's in pre-planned, you can expect about 40 to 50 miles, depending on
tracking,
speed, altitude, and
tracking,
whatnot.
tracking,
So this SA6 at 16 miles is well within range.
tracking,
So
tracking,
let's fire and see what
tracking,
it does.
tracking, tracking, tracking.
Okay, so you can see it turn into still points there. That's one right to it. You can see also this being fired us, but then, again, they're not going to hit.
Tracking, tracking,
So the LD-10's
tracking,
do actually have quite a steep loft and descent profile. They haven't lofted because they're too close to loft, but they will dive down very steeply here. They dive at like close to 89 degrees. Yep, here they go, very nice and steep. This is probably to maximise the kinetic energy of the missile, but also to make it harder to intercept for show reds or SAMs like content like the SA-10, SA-15, 19, 22, etc. So you see here diving down on the target. Yep, that's going to be a direct hit on that SAM. Well, actually, it wasn't direct, but yeah, the splash damage seems to have gone in, but it wasn't quite perfect. But yeah, splash damage, I guess. Now, that SA-6 there should go silent soon. I think it has, yeah, because I put another SAM there to test them out. Okay, so no more launch warnings, so that's good. I'm going to turn off the subsection chat, actually. I'll do that later. Okay, so next we will cover the passive mode. How passive behaves is it will just launch itself and hit the closest SAM, or I guess the first time it sees, so let's try that. Okay, Magnum. See, that's probably going to go for the SAM right ahead of us. Oh no, actually no, it's going for the middle one, that's interesting. I wonder why that is. Okay, whatever. Well, anyway. There is some setup you want to deal with these, by the way, so you want to have master armor, obviously. If it's a cold start, you want to power them on, so just power off, power on, they'll be in standby for about 30 seconds, then they'll power back on. Let's go back to our missile, if it's not hit, yeah, there it is. Pause, there we go. So you can see this one hasn't lofted at all, it's just going straight towards the radar, no sort of fancy stuff happening here. Oh, that was actually a direct hit though. That's interesting, I guess. I guess because the loft angle wasn't so steep, it was able to correct itself more, maybe. Who knows? Okay, so we've got two more radars. So the next missile, it will be launched in self-protection mode. So this one will prioritize the radar that is the highest threat. In this case, because it's launching on us, the SAM at 0.1 will be fired on this example. Let's fire this one.
tracking,
Yeah, so you can see there the missile is diving straight for the SAM, unlike in active where it lofted, although I guess it's straight in that one, but you know, this one will just hit straight for the radar,
tracking, tracking,
like in
tracking,
passive.
tracking, tracking, tracking,
So in active mode, you can look about 40-50
tracking,
miles out of them in
tracking,
active.
tracking,
In passive or self-protection mode, you're looking more at kind of like 10-20 miles. I'm at 16 and they're hitting, so yeah, about like 10-20 miles in active.
tracking, tracking,
Sorry, in passive and self-protection. Is that missile hitting? Yeah, that's about to hit now. Yep.
tracking,
So
tracking,
I just want to point out, look how much slower this this missile is compared to the first one in active. In active, it was going like 1,000 knots on impact. This one's barely at 600. This one's be like 500 impact. Yes, that one was quite slow in impact. So that one would have been intercepted if there were shell vents nearby. Okay, the final method I will be showing is active with the self-protection jammer. So let's turn the SPJ on. We will bring up on this page the combat display. So this is the jammer, so you see the jammer's in bits currently. It just has to run through a short bit, then go now it's in standby. So to toggle the jammer on or into standby, you press the keybind. T2 forwards, SPJ standby /jam. That's the keybind. I'll press that now. There we go. Jammer is flashing, and now it should say jamming soon.
Tracking.
There you go, so now it's jamming. But, however, we don't care about the jammer because of that. What we care about, if we bring the HSD back up, is with the SPJ on, what should be happening is it should be attempting the triangulate location of the radar. So let's go and turn the map on. So, what happens with the SPJ on is the SPJ behaves a lot like the head in the F-16, in that it will attempt to triangulate locations of all the radars it protects. So that's for airborne and ground-based, and also sea threats if you're curious, so it can be useful for hunting ships too, I guess. So what you can do, and this was probably the best example of this because we obviously was quite close to what we went through. But is we can use the radar display in ground mapping mode that we have here to correlate the location of the SAM to a SPI and then fire. So let's go set to waypoint 1 to kind of show us better. Okay, right. So we know the SA-6 is about on the kind of like the horn of Cyprus there, and we can prove this by looking at the F-10 map. That's where the SAM actually is, and that's where the jammer thinks it is. So that's pretty damn accurate, honestly. So let's make the map soy, which is all it is. We'll slew the map cursor, and we know the radar's about there, so we'll TDC press. Okay, we've got a SPI right there now. And what this allows you to do is it allows you to use the active mode without having to have a waypoint on the SAM, so it allows for more target of opportunity like launches with the LD-10 in active. So I would say honestly, if you're doing seed with this thing, definitely bring a jammer. You definitely need a jammer if you're doing seed in this. Let's go fire last missile and magnum, and again this will at least it won't. Yes, it's going to turn right to the center, and it should be diving right to the target.
Tracking.
Okay, so I did kind of mess up. I did launch that in self-protection mode, but it is. I did show the general idea what I was going for, so that's not that matters the most, I guess. Yeah, right, so the missile was launched
Tracking.
incorrectly. It was launched
Tracking.
in self-protect mode, not active, but you know, I did show the theory of what I was trying to do. So that'll be it for today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Patreon, TikTok, and YouTube. Have a wonderful rest of your week and have a wonderful weekend. Sharks, ones.